Perfect. So before we begin and jump into it, I would advise to first take a deep breath. Take it with me and just let it out in whatever way feels more comfortable. This is not guided. This is just a typical deep breath that you would take just to enjoy the present moment. And I want you also to notice how your body is coming into this call, how it's arriving. Not your mind, not your thoughts, your body. Because the way you date is not only shaped by what you know, it is shaped by the state your body is in when you choose. When you text, for example, when you wait, when you receive, when you express a boundary, when a man pulls away, when a man comes closer to you. And this is why today is going to be also practical, like yesterday. Not because we are turning this into fitness, not at all. Not because I want you to become obsessed with somatic body work exercises, but because dating for marriage cannot stay just in your head. It has to enter the body. And dating for marriage is not about pressure. It is not about desperation. It is not about forcing a timeline. It is about direction. And direction matters because when your body knows where it's going, it relaxes. When there is no direction, when there is no intention, no container, and your body stays in ambiguity, and this ambiguity is very expensive for women. It costs our energy, emotional clarity, self-trust, and even our nervous system. And this is why, for example, situationships feel so exhausting. Let me know in the chats or in the comments if for you situationships were feeling exhausting. And let me know also if you are over with them and you said, no, I don't do more situationship ever. Because your body, when you are in these situationships, is constantly scanning. Does he want me? Where is this going? Am I too much? Should I wait? Should I say something? Should I pretend I'm okay? And that state is not feminine receptivity. That is survival. So today I want to give you one sentence that you can write, that you can think and reflect about it later or journal around it. A dysregulated body cannot choose clearly. I say it again. A dysregulated body cannot choose clearly. It can be intelligent, it can be beautiful, it can be successful, it can know all the rules, and it can have the perfect love list. But if the body is dysregulated, it will still choose from fear. It will still attach to potential. It will still over-explain, over-give, wait too long. It will still confuse anxiety with attraction, this spark feeling that we are talking sometimes. It will also call exhaustion intuition. And this is why many high-achieving women don't need more dates. They need better states. You don't need to force yourself into dating. You need to learn how to enter dating from regulation, openness, and self-trust. This is the body of the wise queen that we talk about here. She's not passive, she's not cold, she's not chasing, she's not performing, she is present. She observes, and she allows men to reveal themselves because she stays connected to herself and she does not need external validation anymore. So today we're going to do this combination of neurolinguistics programming and somatic body work. And you may ask, Angela, why do we do this? What is your knowledge around it? How is this possible? Why do we mix all of that together? And the reason is simple. I studied in university linguistics, and then I was drawn directly to health coaching because I was also a personal trainer and a ballerina, and I had to focus so much in the body. So I decided to combine all of this with neurolinguistics programming from my specialty in university with my training in performing arts, in dancing, and in somatic body work. So I combined everything together to make these exercises that we were doing yesterday, this body mapping that we will do today, everything and all the work is combining everything so that we are really in connection with body and mind, and we can really feel safe everywhere. Because if I tell you my story of how I became a coach, I did not become a coach initially 10 years ago because of dating for marriage. Of course not. I had no idea about it. I became because of health. So I was personal trainer and health coach at the same time. And I was using all these methods for health because when I was younger, my struggle, we could say, was that I could not deal with stress. I could not deal with my high achieving spirit. I was too much on my masculine and I needed to heal. So I was healing my health, my overall health. So this little sickness here and there that would appear constantly and be so annoying, I was taking care of it through all this health coaching, through all this being in the body, being conscious, fixing and doing therapy and doing healing from deeper things. And then with time, I focus on dating for marriage. Like many years later, I decided to focus on dating for marriage. Why? Because after healing all this health, what appeared were relational patterns. The relational patterns became my concern. 8 years ago, I was in a relationship that I had to quit, that I had to escape from because it became really abusive. It became even dangerous. So I was escaping, I was breaking up completely, and he was even following after me. I almost had to sue. In the end, it was okay. I could escape without going through all these lawyers and things, all these things that are not nice at all. I managed, and it was good, that I could escape so easily, one could say. But yeah, this made me focus so much on my relational patterns. It made me reflect, and it made me apply everything together, all the knowledge I had, to now fix all these relational patterns. And of course, if you are struggling today with one of these situations, I would advise to, immediately look for an expert on how to escape from these situations first. And then it would be ideal that we can focus on training you for your dating for marriage to become the dream woman that dates for marriage and that meets all the marriage-minded men, that has all the marriage-minded men waiting for them to treat her like a queen. So that's a bit about why we are here today and why we are doing this combined work. Because really, I just used everything I had in my pockets. And that's what I had. A lot of body work because of my performing arts and ballerina trainings and work experience, and the neurolinguistics programming from my university studies. So before we move, I want you to go back again to your body. I want to check in. Like, where does your body hold dating stress? Is it maybe in your jaw, your throat, your chest, your stomach, your shoulders maybe, hips, hands, your breath? Maybe you notice some tightness somewhere. Just breathe and feel it. No need to overthink about it. Maybe you notice numbness. Maybe nothing obvious, apparently. All of that is information. The body is always speaking. And today we are going to listen. Not analyze forever, not make it dramatic. Just listen. And then move. Because sometimes the shift does not happen by thinking more. If you're a high achieving woman, probably you are overthinking very often. But this change does not need to happen by overthinking. It happens by giving the body a new experience. So now we're gonna jump into the standing somatic practice. And when I say standing, I will do standing, and these things work a little better when you are standing. But if maybe you're tired today and you feel like doing sitting, I can give you an adaptation for it, or some of them don't need an adaptation. Just do it just the same. So now just grab also your water if you need from time to time to have a sip. feel comfortable, just if you are not feeling comfortable right now, just find a comfortable position. This is the moment. And if you are able, stand up. I will probably, some occasions I would need to get a little far, but I think the mic is getting the sound, so it's okay. So that you see sometimes to explain a few things. So if you're able, stand up. You can keep your camera off or on, however you like. You can stay seated if standing doesn't feel right also. And if anything feels painful, dizzy, overwhelming, or unsafe, stop. Like we did yesterday. Yesterday we did it lying on the carpet. It was different kind of work. But today, if when you're standing or sitting, if you feel one of these sensations, you can stop, modify, or simply watch. You can let me know in the comments and we can analyze maybe what that means. Maybe that means something, or maybe you are just tired from the day. It's okay. And this is gentle regulation. This is not performance. This is not about doing it beautifully. Not at all. Don't worry about it. This is about letting the body know I am here, I am safe, and I can release. It's about teaching our body that I can choose differently. So, the exercise one is grounding through the feet. Of course, if you do this outside and in grass or in the soil, it's better. But right now, I'm gonna do it at home, and it's also okay. So we are gonna stand with our feet about hip width apart, more or less, like this parallel position that we use sometimes in some fitness classes, for example. And we're gonna let our knees to be soft, not locked. So it would not be fully straightened, but we can give, our legs a little bit like bent, but not fully bent, just not locked, that it feels soft. And we're gonna feel the floor under our feet. You can grab the table like I'm doing, because we are gonna close our eyes. So if you grab the table or something that you have in front, like if you see me do it like this, it's not needed. If you have something on your side, it's just because I'm grabbing somewhere so that I'm able to do it correctly. So just feel the floor under your feet, close your eyes if you can. Notice the toes, the heels. You can move front and back if you need to help you feel, but I want you to feel it. Also the inner edges, the outer edges. And now gently and on purpose, we are gonna shift our weight forward and back. Very small. That's why also grab somewhere if you can. Forward and back. Now side to side. Left and right. This is not random, not at all. Continue left and right. When a woman is anxious in dating, she often leaves her body. She goes into her head. She starts interpreting, decoding, imagining, planning. So the first step is simple. Come back to the ground. Continue left and right, and now you can alternate a bit forward and back also. Come back to the ground. And now pause in the center. Stay there. Feel both feet. And internally say, I am here. Again, I am here. And now to this exercise, we can easily focus on some sensations that we had. Maybe we had some pain in our feet in the outer part or in the inner part. And when we are doing this programming, like I said, I am here. But when we are more specifically feeling what we are feeling, for example, I was feeling something in the outer of my feet, we can add something specifically with whatever you were feeling. Doesn't have to be the same. And you can add, I'm feeling now some tightness in the outer part of my feet. And that's okay. I am feeling some numbness, and that's okay. And with this, we train our body and we make this body mind connection because sometimes these things are connected to our emotions. So if we feel some tightness in some areas, it can mean that we cannot let go, that we cannot surrender to some emotions that we have deep down and they are very strong in us. So by saying this, we are connecting our brain and our body, and we are saying it is okay. You can feel it, you can surrender. Nothing happens if you allow yourself to feel those feelings. Then we can continue saying, I am here. I am here and I am ready and I am safe. Okay, the last few repetitions, side to side, back and front, so that we really integrate the work we are doing. I am here. I am safe. It's okay to feel the emotions. It's okay to feel some pain. I am allowing it to feel. I'm understanding it and taking care of it and observing. And what is important while we're doing this exercise is to not overthink. If we start now thinking, oh, I have this pain here because of this that happened, and then this happened, and then the other thing happened, and this is because of this, and this person did this to me. No, then we lost it. Okay, this is for therapy, for your psychologist. No, this is not for this work. In this work, we allow to feel the body. We don't overthink whatever emotion. We know it is connected to emotions. We accept it, we understand it, and we surrender to it. We observe, but we observe the feeling in the body. We don't go now into the brain to overthink, because if we do that, then we lost it. Then we did not surrender to the feeling. This is also part of one of the practices we were explaining last week of letting go from Dr. David Hawkins. We were explaining that and doing practice on that. So this is something, it's very good if you can combine it with this somatic work. So slowly we get back, we get out of this little exercise. We can roll our shoulders, move our feet a little bit, just release. We can sit if we were standing for a little bit. And we continue with exercise number 2, which will be shoulder release and exhale. So we can do again, we can stand again, or we can sit if standing is too much, but just try not to have some tension from before. So if you had it, then it's better that you sit and try to do it differently. But if you can stand because you don't feel anything too tight or too extreme, then it's better. So we're gonna bring our shoulders up towards our ears. Okay, so it would be like this. Just like this with your arms on the side. If they open a little bit, that's okay. Just first practice a little bit, move up and down. Make sure that you don't have any pain in there. We're gonna bring our shoulders up and hold them 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And again, feel the tension. Notice how familiar this may feel. Repeat. Does it feel like carrying, like holding, like preparing? managing. Just feel it, hold for 3, and now exhale. Again, we make a few repetitions. We can do the full with a full inhale, exhale, so that you know how it is. So we repeat a few things. We are conscious of a few things. And now we do it being very conscious of our breath. So we inhale, shoulders up, hold. Exhale, release. And again, inhale, shoulders up, hold. Exhale, release. You can release strongly like I did or more relaxed. That depends on what you are carrying during the day. If it was a busy day, maybe you do it more strong. If it was more relaxed, then maybe it's just like soft. And next time when we do it, as you release, you are gonna say internally, I don't need to hold everything. Okay? I don't need to hold everything. You can say it while you are exhaling or after. I prefer to do it at the same time, but it depends on you and your breathing capacity also. And that's okay. Anyway, it's okay. Again, I don't need to hold everything. And now close your eyes. Be conscious of what you just did. Just follow with me with your eyes closed. Because this is what many women do in dating. They hold the dynamic. They hold the conversation. They hold the emotional tone. They hold even the man's potential. They hold the fantasy, they hold the outcome, and the body becomes exhausted. So today we practice releasing the holding. And one last time, we're gonna do the shoulder, hold and release. And release. You can check your head a little bit because that was the last one. And now with this sensation, with this practice, we're gonna close our eyes. Continue with our eyes closed and just give some flow to your shoulders, some movements, rolling back or rolling front, and alternating both, and moving also your arms in kind of a circular way. This will help your body integrate what we were just saying. We were just saying, I don't need to hold everything, I don't need to manage everything. All of this that we were doing, we are gonna now integrate it with these little movements. So don't be shy to make some circular movements, to make some rounds up and down, even with your back, whatever feels that your body wants to speak to you, because this will help you integrate it perfectly. And if you need to journal or write something down, you can also do it. So you can keep this movement and maybe some things appear. If some things appear, now this is the time to make a note, to journal a little bit. Okay? And now because we don't have so much time, we cannot continue. Usually in one of the calls from my program, we stay a little bit there together. But since this is a play shop and we need to keep it a little short, we are gonna explain now the exercise number 3. But please take a note if you wanted to journal and start journaling on something. The exercise 3 is gentle shaking. So now we are gonna let the hands begin to shake. Just the hands very gently, like you can just lie there on the side, just release the hands. You can do it sitting also. This one, like the shoulder one, it also works very well if you are sitting. Very gently. You can do with one arm or with two. If you need to hold somewhere, if you're standing, this is also okay. And from the hands, very gently, we also shake the wrist, the arms, the elbows even. We let them be soft. The shoulders also to be soft. can do this with two at the same time or with one. And we are gonna let the knees bounce slightly. If we are sitting, we can also do it. Just bouncing a little bit from your feet to your knees. And this is small shaking, gentle, not dramatic. It has different effect to the dramatic shaking. So just keep it gentle, not forced. And let the body discharge a little pressure. Sometimes the body doesn't need another explanation, another overthinking on things. It needs movement. It needs permission to release the activation. Keep shaking softly. Hands, arms, knees, bouncing. Your jaw should be soft and breathe natural. Maybe it becomes a little faster, your breath. That's okay. And now from here, we're gonna imagine we are taking off the need to be chosen, the need to perform. If you can close your eyes now, that would be perfect. I would prefer that you do just one hand if you need, but that you can close your eyes. We don't need to perform. We take off the need to make him ready, the need to control the outcome, the need to prove your worth. Let it move, let it sink in there. Give it some seconds. Let it leave the body. 10 more seconds. I don't need to prove my worth. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Pause just how you are. And feel. Notice the tingling. Notice the warmth. Notice the aliveness. Notice that this is not chaos at all. This is your body coming back online. Just stay there. Be aware. Just observe. And this connects us to the state we need to embody when dating for marriage. We need to be in the observer mode, not the controlling, not the over planning, over giving. We need to be observing so we can choose right. Remember, we can choose. We choose. If we don't choose, we'd end up in situationships. We end up in abuse. We could end up with someone who is not committed. We end up losing our time. How much is gonna cost you to continue losing your time? If you are really on the observer, like we did now, your body comes back and observes really, and your intuition is activated, and you can feel, am I feeling safe during this date? Or am I feeling activated? This puts you directly in the mood to observe and understand. Okay, so take some note if you need. And we jump to exercise 4. It is called hand on heart and belly. Very easy, not overcomplicated. Everything very easy. So we're gonna place one hand on our heart and one hand on our lower belly. And we are gonna close our eyes if that feels safe. If you need one hand because you are standing, you can use one hand and put it in the table or somewhere you have nearby. So it would be okay to release one hand from time to time. Don't worry about it. But if you can, one hand on the heart and one hand on the lower belly as much as possible. We're gonna close our eyes if that feels safe. And breathe. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale. Exhale. Feel the heart Feel the belly. These are two places many women disconnect from. The heart, because love has felt unsafe. And the belly, because receiving has felt vulnerable. And today we reconnect them, heart and body, desire and safety, love and groundedness. Now internally we say, I can desire love and still stay connected to myself. Keep breathing. And again, I can desire love and still stay connected to myself. One more time. And slowly we release. We can shake a little bit. And we go to exercise 5. This one is connected to one of the exercises that is a bit longer, but it's an adaptation of the Wise Queen embodiment. This is an exercise that I created based on performing arts techniques and combining with all this work together. And it's called the Wise Queen posture. Yes, here I created the name, so it's a bit more creative. So now gently, from all of this, we have our eyes wide open. If we had them closed, now is the time to open them. And if we had them half, we can really open it wide and look around. And we're gonna let our arms relax. And I want you now that we are in this moment, after all these exercises, now is the time. Now we regulate it. Now we know how we want to feel while dating for marriage, how we should feel. And I want you to adjust your posture into the dream woman, your concept of dream woman who dates from regulation. Not the woman who waits anxiously, not the woman who performs, not the woman who over-explains, the woman who knows her direction. Lengthen the spine, soften the shoulders, relax the jaw. Let the chest be open but not forced. Let the belly, we were just in the belly, be soft but not collapsed. Let the feet be grounded. This is the wise queen. She does not chase clarity. She observes whether clarity is present. She does not force commitment. She observes whether the man is oriented towards commitment. She does not abandon herself when chemistry appears. She stays in her body. Now choose one sentence. For example, I'm going to choose, I allow reality to reveal itself. I can give you a few more for you. If this one is not very inspiring, I'll give you a few more. I don't need to perform to be chosen. Dating gets to feel grounded. I choose from regulation, not fear. Choose one. Say it internally. Again. Now say it with the body, not as an affirmation, as an identity. This is how dating changes your posture, your breath, your language, your identity, even your state. So, exercise 6 is gonna be a small rehearsal. Now imagine a real dating moment. For example, a message comes in, or a man is unclear, or you feel the urge to over-explain, or you feel this familiar anxiety that is disguised as a spark. And you are gonna choose to stay in the wise queen posture. Feel your feet, hand on heart if needed, and ask, what would I do if I didn't need to be chosen? And then pause. Don't answer from the mind. Let the body answer. Maybe the answer is, I would wait, or I would not reply immediately. I would ask for clarity. I would stop building a fantasy. I would return to my life happily. I would observe. And now breathe. This is dating from a regulated body. Now come back. You can sit down again if you want and notice what changed. We didn't do anything complicated. We didn't analyze your entire childhood. We didn't do a long visualization. We just changed state. We use breath, movement, grounding, posture, language, identity, and this is the work. Because dating does not happen in theory alone. It happens in your nervous system. It happens in the body. It happens in the moment when you want to chase, when you want to collapse, when you want to control, when you want to pretend you don't care. And if your body can stay with you, you will choose differently. You don't need to force different behavior. The behavior changes because the state changes. So it's first state, and then behavior changes. So I want to speak briefly to the woman who knows. The woman who knows, I understand this, but I need the deeper container. I need support, guidance, repetition. I need to stop doing this alone. And this is exactly why I created the Marriage Queen Mentorship, a 12-week transformation container where you don't just understand this work, you start living it. This is where we regulate your nervous system. We release the emotional patterns that make you chase, overgive, wait, control, or attach to potential. We open your body to receive love, support, masculine presence, and commitment, of course. And we rise into the woman, the dream woman, who can actually hold the relationship and life she says she wants. This is not a course, this is not content, this is a deeper container. This is where we have weekly live calls. We get the recordings, somatic work, emotional release, dating support, feminine embodiment, polarity, purpose, community, and real guidance and real support. My real contact with me. And the investment is 2,997 euros paid in full, around 3,100 US dollars, or 3 monthly payments of 100,000 euros. And for the women who know they want to go deeper, there is also the full immersive experience with the South of Spain Immersion Retreat, the 12-week mentorship plus the in-person retreat experience. And that investment is 4,500 euros or 4,350 euros paid in full. And because I want to support the women who are ready now, I'm opening 2 fast action bonuses. Bonus 1, before tomorrow night, because for me it's night now, so it would make no sense to finish it now. But before tomorrow night, if you join by tomorrow night, you will receive a private one-to-one clearing and cleansing session with me. This is a deep session to clear old relationship patterns or old marriages or old divorce trauma, whatever, past emotional weight, and the version of you who is still carrying the old story. You can use it at the beginning of the process, which I recommend because then you come completely clear, or at the moment where it feels more supportive for you. And bonus 2, this applies before Sunday. So if you join before Sunday, you will receive 1 month inside Empress Body Mind Connection method. So you have the deeper mentorship and also the body-based smaller container, where we do the nervous system practice, the movement, the embodiment, the consistency to support your transformation. And these bonuses are not here to pressure you. They are here to support the woman who already knows. So after this session, I'll open private conversations. I'll give you the calendar and we'll look at where you are, what you desire, what patterns are active, and whether the mentorship or the full immersive experience is the right next step. And this is not about convincing you, this is about alignment. If this is for you, your body will know. You can message me after this session or just use the calendar to book a call. It is an application link and we'll explore it together. And remember, you don't need more information. You need a body that feels safe enough to stop controlling and start receiving. You need a space where your nervous system can learn a new way. And you need to become the woman who can hold the love she says she wants. And that is what this work is for. Thank you for being here. Stay in touch.